day. But, fortunate enough to get drafted in the 9th round. So just kind of a long, kind of nerve-wracking day, just waiting by the phone and waiting to hear something.
So you hear stories all the time about the draft day. A friend of the family's Ben Davis, does the Phillies color and stuff. He was drafted 2nd overall. He told the story that he was cutting the grass when he got the phone call. What were you doing? Were you just sitting in the house with family?
Yeah, I had all my family was there, and I had gotten a text early from a Brave scout, and then nothing, crickets. So I was just sitting there. I think the 6th or 7th round came by, and my first baseman got drafted. So I was, obviously super stoked for him, and then I didn't hear anything. So I kind of just waited around. As long as it took. But yeah, I was there with my family. We were just kind of watching along. It was on the computer being streamed and stuff like that, so we had it on the TV. But it was just a waiting game.
So you get drafted, you rise through the ranks, you play for some, and I always like talking about this. Some of the colorful names of minor league baseball: the Jamestown Jammers, the Bradenton Marauders, and the Altoona Curve. Before you make your major league debut against the Los Angeles Dodgers, we're going to show some footage of that in a little bit. But talk about that moment. You're coming out of the bullpen, making your major league debut against the Dodgers.
Yeah, crazy. I don't really remember my warm-ups. I don't really remember walking out. I leave the bullpen, and I see an ESPN guy with a camera right in my face, and just walking in, just trying to take it all in, and I remember just obviously being super nervous, and just a kind of crazy whirlwind of events, that led to me, going out, and of course it's Sunday Night Baseball, Dodgers, Kershaw, and all these things that made it really special.
We're going to show that video, I believe, right now. So our producer pulls it up. Well, while he's working on that, I want to talk about I want to talk about what it's like to throw that first pitch. So you toe the rubber, you finally get settled down, you finally face your batter. What was it like to throw that first pitch?
So, truth be told, it was, Chase Utley was the first, hitter I faced, and being from this area, it's just really cool to see him, not in a Philly uniform, but he was still in a Dodger uniform, so it's still special, obviously Phillies roots run deep here, and so seeing him, honestly, full disclosure, I just didn't want him to hit it into the Allegheny River. So this pitch, my first pitch in my career, was either going to be on the outside black or a couple feet outside. So I think it ended up being a couple feet outside, but I got the ball, and that was all that mattered. But then the Phillies would have been cool, Orioles would have been cool, all that. But
all right. Yep. And Chad, you were talking about your debut, and of course we're going to show the video right now about your debut.
We got to talk about that bats.
Anytime you got Butcher on the field, it's a good thing.
I think I watched this game.
There he is.
That looks like my Little League uniform, dude. Midway Little League, I'm telling you, dude. I was the Pirates.
What's your thoughts on that uniform? You like it?
the uniform's fine. The uniform's fine. It actually fits a lot better than you think. It's really comfortable. The pants are like sweatpants. Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. No. That first thing I remember, look out and I see the guy with the ESPN camera right in your face. You're not used to that in minor league games. So. Yeah. So
your start was against Clayton Kershaw, as Pat asked you off camera. What was that like, going up against Clayton Kershaw?
It was just, it almost took the pressure off in a way, because you were just going out there, and it was just something that I always remember. Win or lose, it was gonna be really special for me, for my family, and being out there against him and being your first game, made it really special.
There is the
first strikeout. Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So you're facing Clayton.
He can swing it a lot better than I thought. He fouled a few off, and I was like, oh man, all right, I I got to take him seriously up there.
So being in the majors and being a pitcher, obviously National League, you're gonna have to bat a couple of times. What like do you practice that hard at batting, or is it
so I used to be really good high school hitter, and you don't do it until you go through short season, low A, high A, and then you don't hit until double A. So just like we drew it up. I went to Chris Stewart and said I got a play in mind. No, I mean we ended up kind of saving the night a little bit there. One of those things that you practice that a ton in spring training, and you never think it's going to actually happen. And of course, in my first game, it's the play that kind of defines the whole night. So
that's a high quality fist pump you threw out there.
So that's you, of course, finishing up your first ever start. And what was it like? You finally finished your first game. You finally get to sit on the bench. What was going through your mind at that point?
I went up to J-Mo and stood at the top rail, and he had made his debut just a few weeks before me, and I just remember just thinking, how cool that was, and if that score held up, it would be a really special night.
So you're playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates. At that point, they were kind of going through this youth revival. You have Garrett Cole, I believe Jamison Talien's on your team as well. What's it like to be a part of that, being part of this young rotation?
It's special. I mean, you just look forward. I mean, you have somebody who you can consider a veteran now, and he's only 26, 27 years old, Garrett, and then we have me, Jamison Talion, Trevor Williams, all these guys that can make an impact and are learning, and just to have kind of that camaraderie and that kind of group that pushes each other. I think it's only going to make us better. And, it's a really fun group to be part of.
Now, every little leaguer, they got two dreams in life. First dream's to play in Williamsport. Second dream's to go on to play in the big leagues. You took place in this Little League Classic game against the Cardinals. Now, you didn't pitch in it, but you were involved in the whole experience of it. Can you just talk a little bit about that and how cool that was?
Yeah, going there and being able to just interact with those little leaguers, and even as big leaguers, we watched the Little League World Series. I mean, I was invested as anybody. I'm watching those teams and watching those games, and just to go there and see the fields, watch the games, talk. You just take it in as a baseball fan. It's just really cool that we were the teams that got to play there. I didn't pitch, but being there and just seeing the crowd filled with little leaguers and having it just be some little league game that we were playing, with big league implications was really cool. Just kind of brought it back to just the basics of baseball. Just 9 guys against 9 guys, and let's just go play ball and let's have some fun. So really cool experience. I really hope they continue.
Yeah, it is a really cool experience. Final couple of questions. I always ask. We had Tyler Hill earlier, and I asked him this question: if you could have a catch with one baseball player, living or dead, who would it be?
We're gonna have a catch. Just play catch.
Just play catch. Yeah.
Pick the brain.
Yeah. It's got to be, for me, maybe a Randy Johnson or Pedro Martinez, guys that I watched when I was really little, and I really admire, that personified greatness. Those guys. It would probably be one of those guys. I mean, obviously there's a bunch more that you can mention, but between those two guys, I grew up and kind of idolized those guys for sure.
As a guy who's made it now to the highest level of sport in your sport, coming from Delaware, we like to ask these guys to come back. We ask Tyler, we ask anyone. These younger athletes now that are in Delaware, they're looking up to you. So, what would you say to the younger athletes that would inspire them? Or what should they do to become a better athlete and person so they can achieve their athletic and personal goals?
Yeah, I would just say control what you can control. I mean, as a high school kid or as a kid coming up and wants to be good at something, give it your all. If you're at practice, give 100% at practice. If you're in school, give 100% in school. I mean, take every opportunity that you're given, and and roll with it. And for me, I wasn't a high pick. I wasn't a high prospect. So for me, there's always uncertainty. So if you want to be good at something, dedicate yourself to it and go with it, and just control, and the rest will work itself out. But that's my biggest piece of advice. Take care of what you can take care of, and everything should fall into place.
Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Chad Kuhl, former Middletown High School and University of Delaware pitcher. Chad, we actually want to get you something from 302 Sports.
Very nice, yeah.
Hopefully next time we see you on ESPN, you'll be rocking this 302 Sports hoodie.
Absolutely.
Chad, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We'll be back with much more on 302 Sports Weekly. Woo!
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 19 Daniel's career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Special thanks to Chad Kuhl. That was really, not to make the pun, really cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a down-to-earth guy, you know. Around our age, Ben, he makes me reconsider, where did I go wrong?
I mean, if you're going to check, you went wrong by not being able to throw over 90 miles an hour. Thank you very much, Chad, for stopping by. Now it's time to talk about field hockey. Joining us is Mike Lang and Jason Winchell, and a lot going down as we approach tournament time. Mike, we're looking at some of the first round scores from last week. We have Mount Pleasant upsetting DMA. We have Lake Forest beating Indian River. Friends, St. Mark's, of course, Ursuline topping Brandywine, and we'll get to the second round in a second. But any of those scores surprise you?
From the second round, I didn't really find anything too surprising. The one surprise maybe is that Friends did not score. They scored a lot during the regular season, and Caravel shut them out 3-0. But the Final Four is about what I expected. Archmere Lake Forest is 4-5, not a huge deal. And I was at the Lake Forest Archmere game, and the Spartans really outplayed Archmere and deserved to be there. Their season ended tonight against Delmar, 4-0 in the semifinals. But no, that's about what I expected.
Yeah, and looking forward to that second Caravel versus Tower Hill, which should be getting kicked underway pretty shortly. What do you expect from that matchup, Jay? Mike, Jay?
I think Caravel does a good job of keeping teams down. They don't score. They don't give up many goals. Tower Hill likes to score goals, so it's going to be who gets. If Caravel can keep the score low, I think they have a chance to beat Tower Hill. But if Tower Hill can score 2 or 3 goals, it's probably over, and Tower Hill will be facing Delmar.
Case in point, their second round games, Tower Hill defeating Ursuline 8-0, Caravel only winning 3-0 against Friends. So you're exactly right about that.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of interesting stuff happened in Division 2. Looking at Division 1, first round scores, we have Sussex Tech over Padua. We have Dover beating Concord. Not a lot of surprise with Cape Henlopen taking care of business against St. George's Tech, and Polytech beating Appoquinimink in the first round. In the semifinals, we have Sussex Tech pulling a big upset over Dover 1-0, and we have Cape Henlopen beating Polytech, and of course the state championship game will be Sussex Tech versus Cape Henlopen. Anything surprise you there in the playoffs or in the rise that Sussex Tech's been on?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Sussex Tech got this far, but that Henlopen North is very, very competitive, as all 4 teams in the semifinals were from the Henlopen North. I mentioned Sussex Tech finished 9-5-1, but their losses were to Lake Forest, Cape, Caravel, Cesar Rodney, and Delmar. Those are some of the top teams in the state. The Cesar Rodney loss is really probably one that sticks out among all of them. So they're not really bad losses. I did mention that they beat Polytech, so they have a nice win on their schedule. Polytech was the 3 seed. So surprised, yeah. Shocked, not too much. But Dover's a good team. That's a nice win for the Ravens.
Jason, looking ahead at his championship game, what are we looking at here? Cape Henlopen, Sussex Tech. What's the feel with both teams?
Well, Cape's been there before. Cape always wins the state championship almost every year in field hockey. So they've been there. They've done that. Sussex Tech, they were the 8th seed. They upset Paddle and then upset Dover. So they're coming in on a high. Sometimes when you get in the tournament, you're playing your best hockey, and therefore you win games. So I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be low scoring, and I think both teams have a chance to bring home the state championship.
The state championship will go down. Cape Henlopen, Sussex Tech. It'll be Saturday night at UD's Rouleau Stadium. As we move on, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have soccer coming up next on 302 Sports Weekly.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. It's time to talk soccer. And last, with all these sports, we're heading into tournament time. In Division 2 soccer, we had some first-round scores. We have DMA over Archmere, Tower Hill and Friends, McKean and Conrad. McKean winning the penalty kicks 11-10, and St. Mark's over St. Elizabeth's with winning in PKs as well, 4-2. So those first round scores. Moving on to the second round, St. Andrews beats St. Mark's, DMA beats Laurel, Indian River crushes McKean. As we look ahead to the semifinals, we have DMA and Indian River, and we have Caravel and St. Andrews. Any surprises there, Mike?
Well, the Caravel St. Andrews game is going on now. It says 8 p.m., but they're playing now. They're 0-0. Should be around the 75th minute now, so that's really tight. St. Andrews, #1 seed. Caravel's a very good team. I think Caravel's beatable, so I'm a little surprised that St. Andrews has not scored a goal yet in that one. But that's really DMA is the 10th seed. We mentioned them last week. They upset Laurel last week. Laurel was #2, so DMA's a good team. Their losses really were bunched together in the middle of the season, so it's not a shock that they're there. They have some good wins on the schedule, but to get a 10 seed into the semifinals just doesn't happen very often.
Can St. Andrews get past, the semifinals after losing on PKs last year? They had a tough end of the season last year. They've been strong all season. Is this year they break through?
Yeah, I do, and I think that's what all those seniors on that team is looking for. But will the pressure be on them because they want to advance to the finals? And I think the Caravel-St. Andrews matchup is the final matchup. I think the winner of that game is probably going to win the state championship. They're the two best teams in the state this year.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that game. DMA, they've run this bit of a magical run. Can it continue into the postseason? Or into the
Indian River has been in the final 4 of the last 5 years. I believe Indian River's made the final. They're a tough team. They like that wide open style of soccer. Of course, they didn't score last year in the final, but that was an anomaly because of the weather down in Smyrna that night. But I think DMA could they? Sure, they can do it. Indian River has a lot of experience, a lot of playoff pressure they've played under. So I think for DMA to pull off one more upset, it's asking a lot, but it's a strong team, and I'd be surprised, not totally surprised yet.
Well, as they say, if you step on the pitch, you have a chance. Moving on to Division I, we'll see who has a chance there. First round score, Sally's crushing Wilmington Carter 2-0. Game that pretty much is in hand. Salesianum's a very good team. Appoquinimink beats Sussex Central. Cesar Rodney beats Newark. And Cape Henlopen squeaks by St. George's Tech with a 4-3 victory, won in penalty kicks. The semifinals right now are going on. We have Cesar Rodney and Appo and Cape Henlopen versus Salesianum. Both are playing at Smyrna. Any one of those matchups surprised you, or has it been kind of chalked so far?
Not really. Appo is leading in their semifinal. 4-2 is the last score I saw. What surprised me about that was 5 first-half goals. Appo, it's 2-3, but Appo I think is the better team, and they're hungry to get back. They lost last year to Salesianum. They have a lot of talent, and I'm not surprised that Appo is where they are. The Cape Henlopen and Salesianum, we've called this the Salesianum Invitational, and I think Sally's has a decided advantage tonight against Cape.
What does Cape have to do to slow down the Sal's offense, which is very hard to do?
Yeah, I saw Sally's the other night against Charter in the quarterfinal game, and Sal's offense was clicking on gears. In fact, Charter didn't have a shot on goal. Sally's is a possession team. Yeah. They keep a possession and lull you to sleep because they pass it back and forth, and then they'll send the deep ball in, and your defenders are sleeping and they score a goal. Cape's got to try and take possession away from Sally's by possessing it themselves and try and keep the ball away from the Sally's attack. I think that's the only chance they have in that game, is to try and limit Salesianum's possession time.
Yeah, I agree with Jason. I said when I took some notes today, I was looking at some things, and if you remember, you guys are a little young, but when Dean Smith was the coach of North Carolina, the four corners, that's what they're going to have to do. I said they have to run the old NHL left wing lock to have any chance tonight. They got to get that ball and not give it to Salesianum's offense. And they really have their work cut out for them tonight.
That's easier said than done. Looking at Cesar Rodney, they lost in the regular season 5-1 to Appo. Convincing loss. And Appo's a very good team, but what does Cesar Rodney have to do to avenge that?
Well, they're down 2, so they're going to have to just go. They're going to have to maybe pull their goalie and get an extra attacker out there and try to get some goals. And that game's got to be getting late, so maybe it's too late. I don't know, but if you're down 2 goals with 15 minutes to go, you better just throw everything at the offense.
We'll see what happens. Is it Appo and Salesianum in the finals? We'll talk about that next week. For now, we have to move on to football. It's up next on 302 Sports Weekly.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today.
And welcome back to 302 Sports, live from Hooters of Newark, 136 Astro Shopping Center. Come out, hang out. You can see cool people like Chad Kuhl. But right now we're going to talk about right now we're going to talk about football. Division II, the state tournament is upon us. Interesting matchups. A lot of interesting matchups, Pat, because we have, and I love this, it's almost like a fantasy. Like you get to match up whatever team you want. Del Mar and DMA. We have Woodbridge and Milford, Tower Hill and Friends, Howard and AI DuPont. And oh, by the way, the AI DuPont and Howard game on 302 Sports. Also, DMA and Del Mar will be on 302 Sports as well. We'll stream those live for you on a Friday night. But right now, we're going to talk about some of those matchups. A couple of rematches from regular season, Mike. Anything interest you there?
Well, all the rematches interest me. I think the Woodbridge Milford is a huge game.
Absolutely.
And ended Woodbridge's long winning streak. And Milford really asserted themselves. They held Woodbridge 6 points in that game. And that's an offense that usually scores more than that with Troy Haynes as your quarterback. I also like the AI Howard game. That's AI's only loss in the season. They were 9-1. And the revenge factor plays a part in all of them, but I'd like to be out at AI on Friday night. It's at AI, right? I'd like to be out at AI on Friday night for that game if I could be there. Unfortunately, can't make the football games on Friday, so I'll have to tune in to 302 Sports.
Hey, one thing we've noticed here is look at the records of these teams. A lot of 9-1, 8-1, 8-2, and only one 3-loss team. Only one 3-loss team, and that was Milford. Jason, is this as even as the records show?
Yeah, look at DMA. You draw the top seed, you get a 9-1 Del Mar team coming into your place. Del Mar is a fast, explosive team. They remind me of DMA. Same makeup of a team as DMA. So that they're probably used to watching DMA play because they practice against each other. Right. So that to me is a game to watch in the first round. Because Del Mar, believe it or not, well, let me tell you this. First of all, it was a 5-way tie for the 4th spot.
It's incredible.
And they went by opponents' wins. Well, Del Mar beat Woodbridge and Milford in the regular season, so if it was off tiebreaker alone, Del Mar would be the 4th seed in the tournament. Wow. So it tells you how close all these teams are. And Woodbridge will possibly be playing without Troy Haynes, who was kicked out of the game last week, and will probably have to sit out a game. I know he's trying to appeal it, but he's probably not going to win it, so they're probably not going to have him in that first round game.
Wow. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on with Division II. Of course, we'll be streaming AI DuPont and Howard and DMA and Del Mar, and the winner will move on to the second round. We'll get you more stuff on that. But looking at some of the rematches from the regular season, Howard beat AI in the regular season. Friends beat Tower Hill in the regular season. Friends is a juggernaut. Tower Hill, of course, 8-2, but what does they have to do to get past Friends?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch the end of that.
Tower Hill. What does Tower Hill have to do?
What do they have to do? They're going to have to rely on their familiarity with Friends. I don't think they can match Friends. Friends has got it for Division II.
Friends is a good
big
team,
offensive line, and they've got an explosive offense. Tower Hill, I don't think their schedule is quite as tough as Friends, so they're going to have to rely on. They know Bob Tattersall. He's been there for 100 years coaching at Friends. And I think the experience, having played them already, maybe they have some tricks up their sleeve we don't know. Talent-wise, I'd give the edge to Friends. But they're smart players and good players on both sides. And I think they just have to figure a trick out for Friends.
You talk about the size of their line. I believe the rhyme goes, size wins you the prize. That's all I'm saying. Moving on to Division I. Ripped one out of the book of Pat Garriani's there. We have some first-round games already set up. We have Caesar Rodney and Hodson. We have William Penn and Sussex Central. and the winners will go on to face either Smyrna or Middletown, depending on how the seeding falls. Hodgson's a team that a lot of people see as a team that matches up against Middletown the best. What do they have to do to finish off Caesar Rodney, Mike?
Well, they're going to score more points than they did last week against Middletown, that's for sure.
That is true.
And 7 points isn't going to get it done. Hodgson plays, they're fast, they're tough. I think their defense is the key. You hold Caesar Rodney. I think CR scored 13 against Smyrna. They're going to need that kind of performance, hold CR under 17 points, and I think they have a really good shot to win. And they also have to make sure their freshman quarterback stays calm. This is a pressure situation, a little different than the regular season. So if they can get Henry to just settle down and avoid turnovers,
Yes.
then they're going to have a great shot of doing this.
Yeah, I mean, we talked last week when they played Middletown in our Spotlight Game of the Week. That's a key thing. C.J. Henry looked good, but there was a couple turnovers mixed in there. If he can limit that, I agree with Mike, they could be moving on. I love this team. I've been saying it all year. I like this Hodgson team.
I do too, and Pat, we saw them there. They're good. They got a big line, good running back, freshman quarterback who's outstanding.
Yes, and 2 freshman corners.
And 2 freshman quarterbacks that play on the defensive side of the ball. They held Middletown down in that game.
Yes, they did.
Unfortunately, they couldn't get their offense going in that cold, brisky night, and that should play a factor into it too because it was a cold night, tough night to get the ground game going. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think Hodgson will probably pull it out against Caesar Rodney, but Caesar Rodney's a tough team who benefited from their schedule this year.
And one thing to keep an eye on, sorry, Benny, is the 2 teams that got buys. Obviously, we know about Middletown, but there is something with Smyrna. There's a little storyline going on there that you need to keep an eye on.
Yes.
Will Knight, of course, had to leave game number 10 early due to injury. It'll be interesting to see what will happen with Will Knight if he comes back. Hopefully he can, just for his sake. But that bye week could be huge.
Yeah, I was gonna say that bye week came at a good time for Smyrna.
Yeah, you did mention that the game of the season where he did not have a big game. Isaiah Wilson threw for 345 yards. So
Yes.
they have other weapons.
Yes,
I was going to say they do have ways of winning without Will Knight, but it'll be interesting to see if they can do it. If it comes to that, hopefully it doesn't. We wish Will Knight a speedy recovery. I want to talk about this other matchup: William Penn and Sussex Central. William Penn sneaks in 6-4, kind of have an up and down. They had a tough schedule, but one that was kind of up and down. What do they need to do to get past Sussex Central?
Well, I think they need some stability in their quarterback position. They switched from Gildersleeve. He started the season, was replaced midway through, and then I think he took over toward the end of the season. He was back in there. You want going into the playoffs, you need to have a number 1 quarterback. Coach Dooley's been doing this a long time. He knows what he's doing, so I think they'll be fine. Their losses were some pretty tough losses. Middletown, Salesianum. I think they lost to Hodgson, and I'm not sure who the 4th one was, but they need. I think if the quarterback play, if they get some stability there, they'll give Sussex Central a run for their money.
Well, we'll see what happens coming up Saturday and Friday night. Who goes on to face Smyrna? Who goes on to Middletown? Right now, we're moving on to talk volleyball. It's up next on 302 Sports. It's volleyball time on 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinella, Pat Garianis, Mike Lang, and Jason Winchell. And of course, we had the semifinals for volleyball and the finals as well. Ursuline beat Tower Hill 3-1. Padua finished off St. Mark's 3-0. But then we got an epic championship, 3-2. Ursuline pulls it out to become the 2017 volleyball champions. An interesting final there, Mike.
Yeah, it was a couple things stood out. That was some of the best defense you're going to see from Ursuline. They were on their game defensively. Emily Jerome for Padua, the player of the year, by the way, had 41 kills in that match on Monday night. And I want to mention, people watching, 2,836 people at the Bob Carpenter Center. They only pull out the bleachers on the one side. It was packed, and it was loud, and it was awesome to watch.
A record crowd, Mike.
Yes, it was a record crowd.
It's unbelievable. And like you said, it was probably some of the best defense I've seen play on both teams. The barrow for Padua, Katie McGonigal, is diving all over the place to save balls. Like you said, Emma Lucy, 41 kills.
Emily Jerome, 41.
Emily Jerome,
yeah.
and Taylor Wright had a big game.
I think Emma Lucy had 56 assists in that match.
Yeah.
Epic is the word they used to describe it. Now it's time to relive it, Mike, as we run the recap of the state championship game.
All right, I'm going to try to keep up with the video. We're going to start in the first set. From Padua right there. This is the first set. This is set point in front of the gold-shirted Padua players. Here's a set by Cassidy Markle Taylor. Right, look at that dig by Katie McGonigal. But Ursuline able to get to that one. That's Sam Davis in the black shirt. Ready to go. Residlo this time. Another great dig. But this is Emily Jerome off the tape. Ursuline saves it. Taylor Wright again. Can't get it down. Here's Jerome this time off of Sam Davis and over the end line. Padua wins the first set. And there, by the way, that's pandemonium. They call that in Padua. There it is, pandemonium.
But
get that? That's Padua Pandas. Benny, you understand that, right?
That's up there with the cool.
So here's 23-19, second set. Ursuline on your left this time. There's a tip out of bounds, and it's set point for Ursuline. And that's Sam Davis with her friends from Padua in the background. Sam had a great night, by the way, for Ursuline. First team All-State. Here is a dig by Sam Davis. Markle over to Taylor Wright with 29 kills of her own. Jess Mullen with the attempt. A dive by Sydney Davis, just a sophomore. And Taylor Wright gets this one a free ball. Markle up again. Taylor Wright tips it, and a little miscommunication from Padua. That ball falls into the hole. We're tied at 1. And that is the Ursuline student section down there. They were also very loud. As you guys know, they're always loud. So we go to set 3, tied at 22 apiece. That is Kylie Knockin. Can't get that one to go. And there is a wide shot from Padua. And that is 23 to 22, I believe. Ursuline serving here. That's Cassidy Markle on the baseline. And you can see the big crowd. Jason and I were nowhere near this, so we were way upstairs. There's Emma Lucy, number 8. Tipped by subject, no. That's Corinne Fury. And I called her 6 feet of Fury during the match. Corinne's just a sophomore in her 3rd year in the varsity. She wins the point there. That takes it to set point. Ursuline needs a point here to take it to 2-1. So Katie McDonald gets it up. Jerome from the back line gets under just a bit. It's long. And Ursuline wins set number 3. We're going to take it to the 5th and deciding set here, fellas. Padua wins the 4th set. Here we go. It's 14-9 after that one. I think we're going to get a good shot of our good friend Bud Keegan in here somewhere. 13-9, I'm sorry. So it's 2 points. There's Bud on the left. Bud Keegan does a great job. And great guy. That's Laura Boyson on the serve. Another sophomore for Ursuline. They are stacked for the next couple of years. This is Emily Jerome. Blocked, but a great play by McGonigal. Emily, a desperation attempt that goes out of bounds. Match point, championship point here for the Raiders. So there's Boyson, nervous Padua student section behind her. But this is the toughest point in volleyball, and Emily Jerome blasts that one into the corner, 14-10. So much heart for Emily, and she just didn't want it to end. Player of the Year, by the way, I think I mentioned that. She was named yesterday. So Katie McGonigal on the serve. And Ursuline fans are getting a little excited. So here's Taylor Wright. They get to this one. They're going to go back to Jerome. Who else would you go to, right? Boom. But it off Sydney Davis into the third row. 14-11. Another championship point saved by the Pandas. So this time, Ursuline must put it away. You don't want to go any longer than you have to. So here it is. Set by Markle. Down the middle, Taylor Wright. And Ursuline wins the 2017 state championship. Their 12th overall, 11 for Coach Sue Heiss. And it was a great night down there at the Bob Carpenter Center. Everybody should go down and see one of those volleyball championships. They've gone 5 sets most of the time the last 3 or 4 years. And boy, I was getting goosebumps watching this again.
I was going to say, it was really cool seeing all like the background and seeing all the fans in the stands. It's very, very cool. Very great to see everyone come out.
It was a huge crowd, and it was great to see, and the girls really deserved it.
Well, that was, of course, our recap of the 2017 state championship. Ursuline is your volleyball champion. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have another special guest. It is the Goldie Beacom basketball team. We'll talk to them in a minute.
Opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with a voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz.
Too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
We create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinella, Pat Garianis. We are joined by our second round of special guests. We have Coach TJ Deckmar, Corey Tate, and Dante Thompson joining us from the Goldie Beacom basketball team. Guys, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
So I guess
I'll kick it off. Might as well. Hey, look, Coach, this is for all three of you guys. Look, last year you had one heck of a year. 20-7 overall, 14-5 in the conference. You only got you two guys pretty much returning. It's a whole new team. Can you just reflect real quick on last year and how special it was?
Last year it was real special. We had a lot of seniors, so we had a lot of leadership on the team, and we all worked with each other well. We only added like 2 guys, including Dante. But last year was a fun group to be around.
Coach, as Pat said, new team. Like, I'm looking at your roster, a ton of freshmen. And transfers as well. How do you adjust as a coach to this new roster?
Well, that's the biggest difference between this year and last year. Last year I walked into a spot, it was all returners, all guys other than Ryan Williams and Dante that have been there for 2+ years. So the chemistry was already there. This year we have talent. We're just trying to figure out how to play together, how to get that chemistry together. It's going to take time. But I thought we brought in some guys that really want to play together, play the right way. We have 2 great leaders in Corey and Dante that have been there for multiple years that are really teaching those new guys how it needs to be done and the way to succeed.
Corey, you look at the lists here, career lists from school record-wise, and you're all over the place. One thing that sticks out is you're 7th right now in career steals. I don't know if you know that or not. Is that something on the defensive side of the ball that you take pride in, and is that something that you know?
Yeah, definitely. We preach though not to gamble a lot. Like we'll help out like on the defensive side. Like we're not gonna pressure. We're gonna pressure the ball, but the person that's guarding the ball is not gonna get the steal. We want to get the person that passes the ball to intercept the pass. You know what I'm saying? And I have an knack for intercepting passes and stuff. So yeah, I take pride. We take pride in defense. That's one of our keys to every game. Defense.
Dante, being the elder statesman, being the senior on this team. How do you adjust to this kind of brand new roster for you?
I mean, overall, it's been pretty easy. Everybody's coming into their spots just as well as we came in. I came into my spot last year, so it's been easy on me. They made it easy on me.
Hey Dante, how fun is it posterizing a dude on the other team? Because you had a couple dunks last year that just like unreal. I mean, unbelievable. Can we look forward to some more of that going into this year?
Yeah. We can get a couple more of those in this year, definitely.
A lot more.
You guys got a tough game coming up next. Your home opener against St. Thomas Aquinas. You guys, we're going to be streaming it. That's Saturday. You guys have struggled against them. Coach, can you talk about what difficulties they bring and how you guys plan on turning the tide against them?
Well, they're obviously a great team. They went to the Elite 8 last year. They're preseason top 5 in the country. They pressed the entire game. They played 13 guys. Rice is one of the best players in the country, so it's a great matchup early for us to see what we're made of. We're coming off a really good tournament over the weekend. Didn't get the wins and the results that we wanted, but I thought we improved both days. And it's our home opener, so we know we're going to be fired up. It's going to be a great crowd, but it's going to be a real great test for us to see if we can take care of the ball, see if we can get great shots against a really good defensive team, a team that's been to where we want to go. So it's just going to be a great test for us early in the year for a lot of new guys and show where we need to go and what we need to improve on, but still have a chance to get a really, really nice quality win early in the year before conference play starts.
I'm going to go to the players now. Dante, what does the team need to do to get that win against St. Thomas Aquinas?
I'm sorry?
What does the team need to do to get that win against your St. Thomas Aquinas?
Our game over the weekend playing against Snow and Franklin Pierce, we struggled, but we realized what we need to do to win games in that game. So as long as we take care of the defense and play well, take care of the ball, we should be good.
One of the cool things about the conference you guys play in is you got a crosstown rival, or I guess you could call them a rival, Wilmington University, right up the road. Can you talk about how cool that is that you get to play another team that's located in Delaware, and it's just a bus ride there instead of having to go all over the place?
Yeah, we always want to beat Wilmington. Like you said, they're like our rivals or like that. My freshman year, we beat them twice, and then last year they beat us twice. So I'm looking to get back at them this year.
All right, well, that is Golden Beacon. Of course, they have a game coming up. You can, of course, watch St. Thomas Aquinas. And, of course, you can watch that game on 302 Sports on YouTube. Guys, thank you very much for stopping by on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We're taking a quick break, and we have our grand finale coming up. Pat, we have our Players of the Week to get to and much more.
Oh, hey, before we get there, that's a good point there, Nick. Talk about the women's team. You guys both kind of had success last season. Can you talk about how much those guys, they usually warm you guys up, play right before you? Do they kind of, you guys got a little competition going between each other? Like, all right, they won, let's try to step it up and match them?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a competition. We support them in every game they have. We support them in every game they have, and we want them to win. And if we see them win, yeah, we're going to want to win too. We want to get a sweep. It's no really competition. We just support them.
That's pretty much good there.
Goldie Beacon again, their basketball team taking on St. Thomas Aquinas coming up this weekend. Of course, watch that at 302 Sports. Take a quick break. Back with more from 302 Sports Weekly.
In 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances. 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
You envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Benny Pinella, Pat Gariani's live from the Hooters in Newark, 136, the Astros Shopping Center. Pat, a couple of scoring updates there.
Yeah, actually in soccer action, we got some updates. St. Andrews and Caraville as we speak, in penalty kicks. That's a Division II matchup, and then Apo defeating CR 5-2 in Division I.
Interesting stuff happening there. And time now to dive into Delaware College sports. It's our grand finale as we head towards the end. Pat, what happened with UD football?
And right before we start, thanks once again.
Yes, thank you very much.
I got a chance to call all their home games last year, and it was a fun team to watch, Benny, and look forward to another great season over there. So let's head right in here. UD football. University of Delaware defense was dominating once again, and freshman running back Corey Spruill enjoyed the finest day of his young career with 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as the Blue Hens ran past Albany 22-13 in a festive Delaware Stadium Saturday afternoon, Ben. Defensively, junior safety Ray Buck Jones from Hodson had 4 tackles and an interception, while Bilal Nichols, a former teammate at Hodson, added 5 tackles and a sack. Troy Rader, the Silesian gentleman, added 5 tackles as well.
Yeah, it was an interesting game for University of Delaware. They'll take on Villanova this weekend, Battle of the Blue, a big game there to see if they can make it to the playoffs with 8 wins. Right now, though, in the world of Wesley football, senior linebacker Mike Sabino and sophomore safety Gray Williams each recovered a man fumble, a forced fumble, and Sabino recorded 7 tackles. And tickets for the NCAA Division III Football Championship, the first round matchup between Wesley and Rensselaer Polytech Institute, will go on sale tomorrow. You can, of course, get those tickets for their Wednesday, November 15th at 2 p.m. Their game in Wesley College mailroom. That's where it's going to be. The mailroom is open weekdays from 8:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and the mailroom closes from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. For lunch. Kickoff is set for noon on Saturday at November 18th at Drass Field at Scott Miller Stadium.
All right, we're going to move right on to Delaware Valley right here. A couple Delaware University players were represented in the all-conference team. You're looking at Nicholas DeGatti from Middletown, the senior linebacker, received his 2nd consecutive first-team accolade. He led his team in tackles with 74, including 21 tackle performance. 21 tackles, Ben, in one game. 2nd highest single game total in school history at McFo Wilkes University. 9 of his stops have been behind the line of scrimmage. Sean Miller from Laurel, senior defensive back, was selected to all-conference first team for the 3rd time in his career. The preseason All-American leads the team with 5 interceptions, and he has returned them for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is 2nd on the team in tackles with 49, and also has 3 pass breakups and a block kick to his credit. Sammy Moore from Cape Henlopen, the senior defensive back, earned a spot on the 2nd team all-conference for the 2nd consecutive year. The cornerback is tied for the team lead in pass breakups with 6, and he has also recorded 28 tackles with 3 interceptions, and his 2-point return for a blocked extra point, 41 consecutive points in the win over Widener. It kind of kick-started that, so congratulations to those 3.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Looking at Jabri Lally from Shepherd University, the senior running back, rushed 13 times for 99 yards and 3 touchdowns to lead Shepherd to a 63-35. Really putting up points there over UVA-wise over the weekend.
I believe they're 3 years in a row undefeated at Shepherd University program. They're unbelievable. We move on to West Virginia here, Benny. David Sills. We talk about this young man a lot. He's one of 10 finalists for the Bolitnikoff Award. He has 55 catches, 856 yards, and a nation-leading 18 touchdowns, Ben. 18. That's all. He's like Chris Carter. We're going to start saying all he does is catch touchdowns. He has 100 or more receiving yards 4 times this season and multiple touchdowns in 7 games. He's averaging 15.6 yards per catch, 85.6 yards per game, and has a long catch of 75 yards this season. His season best were 153 yards against East Carolina, 9 catches against Virginia Tech. I like to call him Va-Tech. And 3 touchdowns against Eastern Carolina, Texas Tech, and Baylor. Keep it going, Sills. The Bolitnikoff Award annually recognizes the outstanding receiver in college football. Any player, regardless of position, wide receiver, tight end, slot back, running back, who catches a pass is eligible for the award. As such, the Bolitnikoff Award recognizes the outstanding receiver, not merely the outstanding wide receiver. Just to give a little clarification. So best of luck to David Sills in that.
Yeah, David Sills, he is an expert at making the pig snags there. Volleyball ends. We're time to move to basketball. It's the thing about sports, it never sleeps. And looking at some basketball, former Delaware players, of course, from William Penn, Isaac Fleming had 12 points and 4 assists for ECU. Rider University, the redshirt freshman, Jordan Allen out of Dover. 2 games, he's put up 21 points and 4 rebounds and 15 points and 4 rebounds.
Seton Hall, Miles Cal, guy who's actually on television right now. If you turn on FS1, he's taking, I think he's got 3 or 5 points right now. It is in the back corner. If you can see it on our screen, the Apo graduate had 17 points in his debut. So it looks like Miles Cal's going to have himself quite a impressive collegiate career. And then I got to talk about my Dukies, baby.
There you go.
Let's talk about my Dukies a little bit.
Yeah.
How about Trayvon Duval, the Delaware native? He has played now 3 games. His first 2 games, 8 points, 8 assists, 15 points, 12 assists, 20 assists, only 1 turnover. Last night, I believe he finished with 17 points and 8 assists as well in their victory over number 2 Michigan State.
While you're a Duke fan, I'm a big Villanova fan. I can go back to the days of Randy Foy and
I can go back to the days where I was playing with this young man you're about to talk about.
You're an athlete. You're an athlete. I'm not. Dante DiVincenzo from Salesianum in 3 games for Villanova. 11 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 13 points, 5 assists, and 20 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds in his 3 games. And Adriana Hahn, I should say. Ursuline, 2 games, has put up 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 18 points, and 3 assists in her games. All right, players of the week, we have Taylor Wright from Ursuline. She has had 29 kills, 21 digs to lead 3rd-seeded Raiders past the top-seeded Padua for the state championship. 73 kills, 58 digs combined in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship match. She added 10 aces and 5 blocks in those 3 matches.
It's unbelievable what Ursuline was able to do. Padua undefeated going into that game, and the only loss they take is in the state championship game. And it's a shame for Padua, but congratulations to Ursuline.
It's like the New England Patriots. Very heartbreaking. And of course, we have Jacob Geloff from Cape Henlopen. He made 10 saves against St. George's Tech in their first round win. Didn't include the 2 huge saves he made as the 2 teams battled out in PKs. Cape won 4-2 in PKs to advance to the semifinals. And as the playoffs roll on there.
Live streams this week, Benny, DMA and Delmar, and AI versus Howard. Check them out on the live streams. No top 5 plays this week. We're going to save it for the end of the playoffs for next week. So we're going to have something special for everybody next week.
Check those games out on our YouTube, 302 Sports on YouTube. Well, Pat, great show. Thank you very much to Goldie Beacom and Chad Kuhl as well for stopping by. Really cool to talk to a Major League Baseball player.
Without a doubt. And, he's having some success as well. I mean, he's not just some guy who just got a regular call-up for a couple spot starts. He's in that rotation in Pittsburgh, so continued success to him.
Great things to him, and of course, Goldie Beacom's basketball team for stopping by. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to the listener for putting up with us today and putting up with all of us. Of course, stay tuned next week as we have more for you on 302 Sports.